Today I'm taking a look at an artillery piece. And it's not because I want to play an artillery piece, it's because I kind of have to play an artillery piece for a mission which I'm trying to complete. So, regarding the campaigns which were given released quite a while ago, I haven't really been actively doing any of them. I mean, I've gotten the 14 out of 15 for the well, I was going to say Chimera, but for the Coalition and for the Block. But for the Union and the Alliance, I haven't really gotten that far. And the Alliance one in particular, I was shocked to see how few of the missions I'd actually completed. But then I looked at some of the missions and realised there's a bunch of artillery ones which I haven't done for obvious reasons. And there's also a bunch of ones which, well, ones like this one, which ask you to do 4 times more health in damage than the health of your vehicle. And well, my immediate thought as soon as I read that was, well, artilleries have like no health, therefore this is the easiest way of doing it. And as far as I can determine, that seems to be the case pretty much. So I'm going to jump into a battle in an artillery piece, even though it feels just completely foreign to me, and see if I can do it, because 1600 damage, I see artilleries regularly doing like over 2000 damage at tier rate, so I don't imagine doing 1600 damage will be the hardest thing ever, especially considering artillery pieces, from my experience at least, seem to position themselves either pretty much here, like just there, or they position themselves all the way down here so they can nuke vehicles as they're coming across there. And I think just for the beginning of this battle I'll probably head up there, but this will probably be a bit more of a dull battle than I'm used to, because I'm used to being a bit more sort of proactive in games and trying to actually do things actively rather than kind of sitting at the back. But this will be an interesting experience because I don't play artillery very often. In fact, I'm actually going to look at my service record after this and see how many games I played in total of artillery, and I don't think it will be very high. I think it'll actually be a very, very small amount. I'd be surprised if I played over 1,000 games. Or no, actually, I would say I'd be surprised if I played over 500 games in artillery. I think that's pretty reasonable. I can't think of... I can't imagine myself having any higher than that. Like 500 games would be probably about the max I would expect. So let's see, I believe you can shift between the perspectives, but I don't remember how to do that. Is it F, G? It's G, okay. I actually had to like sit and tap the keys on the keyboard there to see which one did which. Oh, right, F, mixture vehicle reverse. That was a bit of a dumb move there. Forgot myself. And I don't have the angle to be able to hit that guy, that's it. Yeah, see, me hitting the F key and forgetting myself kind of cost me a shot on that guy. Because I probably could have had at least a shot at him, but messed that up a bit. But we did have a Brigido 46 up here. And usually that position there is pretty good for spotting vehicles which are either sitting up here camping, or are trying to head forward to around this position here. Let's see, this Udez, can I see him? I can see him. Okay, that's kind of a surprise. I didn't think I would have line of fire on this guy, but I'm going to go for a shot on him. I'm going to wait for him to get spotted again just so I can try and hit him as best as possible. I know the Udez is incredibly slow when it's in its siege mode, but I would like to be able to guarantee a hit if I possibly can. Probably should have taken the shot just in hindsight now, because now I'm having to shoot at T44. I'm shooting T44. Yeah, I stunned him, but didn't really have that much of an impact on his health. In fact, I didn't do any damage to him at all. So now it's just down to me watching to see if the Udez pops up again. I have not 22 seconds on the reload. Like, it's why I was pretty hesitant to take the shot, because, well, when it comes to artilleries, they have a very, very long downtime between shots. It doesn't feel like a long downtime when there's 3 artilleries in a game, but each individual artillery has a fairly long time to wait between their shots. Hit that guy directly, did nearly my health and damage. That's the thing about artillery right there for you. And also I should probably relocate a little bit between shots, because enemy artillery might be trying to counter battery. So may as well move a little bit between shots, because if I move a little bit, then that means it'll be a little bit trickier for enemy vehicles to get shots on me. I think my next shot, I'll probably continue going for the 53 TP. I don't like it when artillery does this to me, but in this case he's the best target for me, because he has far weaker armor than the KV-4. KB4 is just raw armor thickness incarnate, pretty much. And see, that's double the health of my tank done already. Yeah, see, artilleries definitely seem to be the way to go for a mission like this. And if the Udez gets spotted, if I'm able to hit him directly and pin him, then that would be amazing. But I don't know how likely that is to happen because the Udez hasn't been spotted in a while now. I'm starting to wonder now, if I'd taken that first shot at the beginning of the game, could I have done this mission? It's entirely possible I could have. Now that Udez is spotted, he's just sitting there at the moment, but if he tries to run away, I might be able to get a shot into him. But it looks like the 65T is probably going to come up behind him before he gets into a position where I can shoot him. Actually, this STR-VS1, is he... What sort of health was this guy on? I'm deliberately not aiming for the artilleries, by the way, because aiming for the artilleries, they have such a low amount of health that it's not really worth going for them. This guy here doesn't have very much health, but it makes more sense to go for him rather than the artilleries, just because of the health he does have. I mean, you just saw there, like, all I had to do was do 1600 damage, and I really wasn't that far off of it, and I am not an experienced artillery player in the slightest. Like, as far as artillery goes, they are basically like the vehicle class I have the least experience in the game. And there's actually a T-28 over there. That is a pretty bizarre place to see a T-28. Also, I've just noticed there as well, like, I haven't put my hand on the keyboard other than moving my position that once. So, let's see, can I get a shot onto his, please hit. Nope. See, if that had hit, that might have set him on fire and might have messed up his tank to an insane degree. But, because it didn't hit, I don't think I'm going to get another shot. So, I have now 24 seconds to wait. If this lasts long enough, I might be able to get some more damage out, but the Emil 1951 is probably not going to be slow enough to allow me to, to allow me to get another shot off. Because it takes about 2 seconds in shell travel time. I don't think it's going to hit again. I stunned him, but not going to get any more real damage out of that. Was kind of banking on that. Didn't really work the way I needed to. I did get some assistance damage off of that at least, which does work for me. I need now like 500 health and damage, and only tank I can really shoot there, which would have the health for me to be able to get this done, would be the Centurion at this point. And the Centurion isn't in a position where I can shoot him, which is unfortunate for me. I don't know if I can cross this. I assume I can. Yes, I can. Okay. And there's no way in hell I can get to that position fast enough for me to get some damage on that guy. But considering that was my very first attempt at that, I think that went better than I expected it to. I nearly did it on my first attempt. And bear in mind, that was a full tier 8 game. If I was in a higher tier game, that probably would have been easier. Because if it's a higher tier game, then usually, well, there's more health for you to do in damage, and well, there's a lot of higher tiered mediums and stuff which don't have very much armor, and tank destroyers as well, which when you hit them with artillery pieces, they take an absolute ton of damage. So this sort of method here seems to be the way to go in order to do some of these missions. And what the hell mission? Wait, what? Wait, what? I did it? How? Wait, what? Oh, wait. I hit like... Okay, I'm just going to explain this here. So what I think happened there was, remember that shot I took against T-44 at the beginning? I think it splashed the Udez 03 for 450 damage. Holy shit. I actually completely accidentally did that. Huh. The extra damage on T-28 was just gravy. That wasn't even necessary. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to complain about that. I do feel kind of bad for the 53 TP though, because 53 TP was the bulk of my damage, and getting shot by artillery is never fun. But well, as far as getting the missions done, that was pretty successful. That made that a lot easier than it otherwise would have been. But let's quickly go into my service record here and just take a look. What is my overall number of games played in SPGs? Oh wow, it's not even 400. You can tell which classes I gravitate towards, can't you? Artillery is just not something I ever play. It's clear as day right there. Just look at the stats. But yeah, that was an interesting one. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be as far as getting that mission done. That was my very first attempt at that. I hadn't tried that before, but it worked, and I'm not going to complain about it because it means hopefully I'll just be able to get the artillery missions done fairly quickly and get this Alliance mission like up through the ranks fairly quick, because I've been kind of sitting on it and not really doing much for quite a long time, and I may as well sort of go in and try and get these done because I haven't really been actively going for them in any shape or form.